Oh. Oh gosh. Oh. What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from the Mobile. I've been drinking. The Lakers got me drinking. I've been drinking. Oh, the Lakers got me drinking. I don't know when we're going to win again. I don't know when we're going to win again. Oh my God. What's up, man? Listen. Look. Before I get into this rant, I'm sick. The Lakers got me sick. I'm drunk. I'm going crazy. Anyway, let me share this with you guys. First and foremost, let me make sure y'all understand something. Make sure you understand something. Look, check this out. The Lakers played the Houston Rockets. They went double overtime, had a chance to win. They didn't get to pull it out. Kudos to them. I put in my last video that the Lakers match up good against the Rockets, the Cavaliers, the Warriors, because they like to run small ball, and so does the Lakers. When they should really be taking advantage of their big men, which they do not, because the small ball has not been working since last year and this year. You know, fans tell me that the small ball does work, but how many games we won last year? I used to say that we were actually, last year I said that, oh, maybe the Lakers just losing to get that draft pick. That's what I said last year. Hoping that this year will be a better year. You know, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I know a lot of fans say, well, because of Lonzo, this and that. Listen, I'm going to share something with you guys. Number one, we played Houston, we went in double overtime. Before I go off and talk bad about the Lakers, I want to say this. The Lakers were tired. That's my excuse. They were tired, okay? Simple put, they were tired. You can see it. You can see the body language. They were tired. They played double overtime. I think they caught the plane, 3 o'clock in the morning to Minnesota. They were tired. They didn't really get the proper rest they need to get. They're a young team. They're not probably used to playing these back-to-back games, so they were tired. Luke Walton should have made some changes. He kind of took the team, you know, he took the players out like right in, like, you know, after he seen that they were getting blown out, he went on and switched and brought the whole second unit in. Now, personally, I wouldn't have brought the whole second unit in right off the bat. I would just took out players that I know that wasn't sufficient, that really they weren't effective to the game. I would have took out individuals that just wasn't doing anything. I would have took out those individuals and replaced them with players who got, you know, that they got legs. I would have brought Zubac in a little earlier, not towards the end, like in the what was it, fourth quarter. At 11 to 12 minutes into the game, I would have brought him in earlier to get him, you know, get him going, because he's been rusty. He ain't been playing. He ain't been playing since who knows when. And I've been saying it before that that Luke Walton needed to utilize his bigs, you know, especially when you got Julius Randle matching up with Towns, you know. And I'm not saying Julius Randle cannot hold his own against Towns, but at the end of the day, you know, you got to go, you know, body for body, and they didn't do that. Like I said, I'm not going to talk bad about them because it's not really too much to talk about. They look tired. And for all the fans that say, you know, we need Lonzo. Yes, the offense is built around Lonzo, as you can tell. But with or without Lonzo, at the end of the day, we still not winning games. I mean, Lonzo was there when we lost a lot of games too. Let's be real. You know, it wasn't like, you know, okay, we won this 7-game losing streak and, you know, because of Lonzo missing out, because we were losing games before that. We'll win a game here, lose 2 or 3, then win another game. The good thing about it is that, you know, with Lonzo, it makes it much more exciting, though. You know, and when we lose, it's good because I don't know, it just seemed like the atmosphere is different when Lonzo is there. We might lose more and win less, but it's a lot more atmosphere when he's there. Only because, if y'all notice, but like I said, Lonzo pushes the ball up and down the floor. And I told you guys that, you know, we got a lot of ISO kings. A lot of ISO players on that team right now without Lonzo. That's the thing about it. But that's on Magic Johnson and Luke Walton, because you had Lonzo. They should have went out and got a better point guard just in case Lonzo get hurt so they can continue with the flow. They didn't do that. Instead, they got a bunch of young players to run that floor. They should have went and got somebody, like I said before. They should have went and got Rondo. If Rondo would have didn't come off the bench, we could have got Rondo to back up Lonzo Ball, keep Lonzo Ball get injured or something like that. It's certain things that you gotta look at and say, okay, well, what if this happened? You know what I mean? We gotta always think ahead, but we're not thinking ahead. We're thinking, I don't know, man. It's sad. I'm not really upset as much because I expect them to get blown out, man. Because I said they played two double overtime with the Rockets. They didn't come out the way they planned. Yeah, I'm sitting in the back seat because we're in the basement. So ain't no point in me sitting in the front until we start winning games. You know, when we losing games, I got to sit in the back. You know what I mean? Because there's no point in me up front looking at you and we're losing. So I'm in the back. You know, if there's not a driver there, eventually the driver's going to come pop up. There's a hand moving, but that's how it is. I definitely would have tried to. I think Thomas Bryant's still at the G League, so you know they like I said, they let Zublock play, and he looked rusty, man. You can see it was rusty all in him. I mean, we just got ran off the court, man. Minnesota just ran us, and there's another thing too. People got to understand, you know, when teams, you know, when you get a bunch of star player, veteran players, you know, it might not work at the beginning because they're starting to learn each other, learn the system and all that. But once they get to understand the system, they start clicking with each other. You got to look out for them team. I already had Minnesota win a 50 game this year when they picked up Butler and Gibson and all them. And I said, okay, well, they're going to win 50 games. You know, they rank right now. They number 4 in the West. You know, they're a sleeper team, man. You know, I'm not saying they're going to beat. I don't know, man. Like I said, they're a sleeper team, man. They're still young, but I think they're going to at least get out the first round. They're not a bad team, and we have to understand and realize that. And I'm going to say one thing that Coach Gibbs did that Luke Walton don't do. When you watch Luke Walton on the sideline, only time Luke Walton really get hyped is when it's a bad call on the players and all that. He's not, you know, I don't know, like sometimes he's like up and down. 1 minute he's like, you know, he's into it. Next minute just like he just lost. If y'all watch Coach Gibbs, the whole time you all that yelling and screaming, play him, get him, go, get over there, play that D, stop him. Man, you can hear the whole time. Just watch the game, man. Coach Gibbs was on the sideline, up and down the sideline, yelling at his players, like, come on, play better defense. Stop this. Push, 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 push. You could hear him real loud, man. Like, I don't know if he had the mic on him or something, man, but he was, like, loud. And you could hear him because he's into the game, man. He wanted his team to win. Luke Walton, I don't want to say this, man. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from this, man. I just think Luke Walton can't coach. I'm just being honest, man. I don't think he can coach. I'm just, I hate to say it, man. Listen, you know, if Lonzo Ball mean that much to this team, and remember, Lonzo Ball wasn't even shooting at the point in time. He wasn't knocking down shots. If Lonzo Ball mean that much to this team, man, at the end of the day, this show, Luke Walton, oh my gosh, man, I don't want to say that, man. I don't want to feel this way, man. But it feel like Luke Walton just don't know how to coach, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, you know, and look, but like I said, I'm not gonna be Luke Walton, man. It is what it is, man. Luke Walton is a young coach. He's still learning. I just think that Luke Walton probably not the coach for this team because they're a bunch of young players. You got a young player, young coach, a young front office. It's too much. It's no experience in that whole commodity. There's no experience at all. You know, so we basically seeing the ups and downs of the Lakers. And everybody keep talking about we need this, we need that. No, the Lakers are not a bad team. And the reason why I say this is this. How can you be ranked top 10 in offense and defense and still only won 11 games? Luke Walton ain't got no good play system when it comes to closing games. I mean, if you ever noticed, every time when it's a close game, we take a 3 instead of trying to go a 2-for-1, get to the basket, get an easy layup or something like that. Instead, we'll take jumpers. He put the balls in the hands of the wrong people. For instance, Kyle Kuzma at the top of the key the last game. You know, trying to create, knowing Kyle Kuzma cannot put the ball on the floor at the top of the key. He's not somebody going to break his player down and get to the basket because that's not his position. He's more of a low post person or around the perimeter, not around the perimeter or around the key to make easier shots. So, yes, we do need Lonzo Ball. Yes, we might get a win here and there. But at the end of the day, man, we just a dysfunctional group right now, man. And freaking Josh Hart is playing his freaking teeth out. The sad thing is KCP come back. Josh Hart will be on the bench. I know Josh Hart probably get some playing time, but KCP gonna come back. He's gonna be a filter, and you already know the situation with him. I'm not gonna beat up on him, man. But Minnesota's just a good team, man. As simple as that. You know, this is my excuse for the Lakers. You know, because I've been drinking. The excuse for the Lakers is that number one, like I said, we had an inexperienced coach. We have a young, inexperienced front office. We got young players that we don't know how to close. And everybody keep telling me we need to close. And no, your coach, listen, the team is as good as their coach. If the coach ain't good, the team ain't good. That's simple put. I just have to be honest with you. The coach is not good, and I'm not saying get rid of him. But we got to figure out something. Somebody like Brian Shaw, we got to make some better plays, better decisions in order to move forward, man. We lost, what, 7 straight? We're at the bottom of the basement. You know, and on paper, we actually better a lot of teams that's sitting over top, especially the Sacramento Kings. There's no reason for us to be at the bottom. We even better than Dallas. But yet, all these teams are sitting over top of us, man. And that come down to coaching. We're just being out-coached. Simple as that. Luke Walton has too much passion. He's real stubborn. He's stubborn. He play players the way he want to play them. When teams, like I told you before, when players are hot, he don't want to sit, he sit them down and just so he can make sure he get other players minutes, which I think is stupid. Like I told you, he run the team like an NBA 2K team. And I'm going to just say it how it is. Like I said, fans get mad at me all they want, but it's just real. Lew Walton, at the end of the day, man, he's just not the coach for the team. Now, people might say, well, Urban, it's still early part of the season. I understand that. But I think Lew Walton needed to go back to Golden State or be an assistant for a couple more years before he make that move to become a head coach. And I think he's an scapegoat for the front office because here's the thing. If LeBron, like I said, if LeBron James come here, Lew Walton would be good for LeBron James because LeBron James is the coach and the player. That's why they got Tyronn Lue. That's why they fired Tyronn Lue because why? LeBron James controls Tyronn Lue. So it makes sense for them to have Lew Walton because when LeBron come here, he's going to control Lew Walton. Just like Kobe did Lew Walton, smack upside his back of his head. Let him know, hit him with a towel. Let him know I'm the man. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. So they're going to keep Lew Walton around. Now, if they don't get LeBron James this offseason, best believe Lew Walton is out the door. And by the fan base turning on Lew Walton, it make much more sense because everybody, 75% of the fan base want Lew Walton gone because we're not winning. So if they get rid of Lew Walton, fans are not going to be harsh about it. But this also is the front office too. So let's be real, man. It's not just Lew Walton, it's the front office as well. But like I said, at the end of the day, these guys were tired. So I'm not going to beat up on them bad, man, but we got to win some games, man. Guys, we don't have no draft picks. There's no reason for us not to win. Lew Walton kind of upset me when he said a couple weeks ago, the players are starting to buy into the system. Now we can start winning games because they get it. That was like 5 games ago when we when we on a 2-game. I'm sorry, guys. That was like 5 games ago when we was on a 2-game when we lost 2 games in a row, and then we lost 5 straight. The players get it. I know people say, "Well, Lonzo not there." Okay, I get that. But when Lonzo and Brook Lopez come back, how the rotation gonna be when those guys come back? And KCP finally get off that thing. It's gonna go right back to the original lineup that was at the beginning. With KCP and Brook Lopez in the start 5, Kuzma coming off the bench, Larry Nance probably starting, Kuzma coming in with Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson. And already know, the second unit will be better than the first unit. It always happened because somebody's too stubborn to see that we got potential. And you got to learn how to rotate. He doesn't know how to rotate. Have yet to put Julius Randle at power forward, to check Julius Randle and let him play with not Brook Lopez, but let Julius Randle play power forward. And let Thomas Bryant come in, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Zubac, I don't know if Zubac comfortable right now. I would just try Thomas Bryant. And the reason why I say Thomas Bryant, because Thomas Bryant, he got so much energy. And I watch him in G League, man, the guy's hype. He's a young player, he's hype. And so far, with these draft picks that the Lakers got so far this year, 3 out of the 4 have shined. Kuzma, Lonzo, and freaking Josh Hart. So I like to see Bryant, man. I like to see Bryant at that center spot and see what he got. And the reason why I'm saying that because Bryant got an inside-outside game as well. And what it does, it open up the floor so Julius Randle can still work down low, but it give Lonzo more more players that can shoot. And I'm not saying Brook Lopez can shoot, but one thing about Bryant is he's a little bit more faster than Brook Lopez. Thomas Bryant can put the ball on the floor a little bit and get to the basket too. That's how a lot of fans fail to realize. So putting Thomas Bryant at that center spot and letting him go out there and run a perimeter and let Julius Randle do his work down low, it opens up the floor. So now they can start doing a lot of ball movement where guys can cut through the back of the basket because Julius Randle, the last 2 games played pretty good, even with his passing, because a lot of people say he don't pass, you know what I mean? But he looked pretty good in his passing. It's just a lot of players don't cut. Everybody just standing around waiting to see what they're going to do. But if they cut to the basket, Julius Randle will give it to him if he see him. He don't have a high IQ yet. But remember, he's still young, so he'll get better as time goes on. But most likely, he probably won't be a Laker. They probably want him. I don't think they probably trade him. They probably trade him, or they might keep him. We don't know. We don't know what the Lakers going to do right now because I feel personally, I think they should keep him. And get PG-13. PG-13 don't want to be at OKC. You see the expression on his face if you watch the OKC game. This guy don't want to be there, man. He want to be a Laker. But you got to be careful because Cleveland might grab him. LeBron James, he can speak there into existence and get PG-13 because PG-13, after listening to Broussard and Cowherd, Cowherd, whatever his name is, Cowherd, Broussard said that it was known that he was going to give Cleveland 2 years if LeBron would stay. So never know. That's what I'm saying, man. We got to develop these young players, man. Screw all that trying to work about what's coming on in the future and all that. That's no guarantee with that. Just because Magic in the helm doesn't mean that LeBron or PG-13 all of them goes to come in. Look, New Orleans right now is winning. So, if they go to the playoff, this Cousins' first time going to the playoff. That's no guarantee we might get Cousins. He might be signed with New Orleans. Them guys winning. Rondo, man, them guys are winning. Why would you leave a team that's winning and go to a team that's stinking it up. I'm just being honest with you guys. Unless I know that there's another superstar coming here, that's the only way I leave. If it's just me coming, no, I'd rather go to a team that's in contention to win a championship. I'm 25, 26 years old. I ain't getting no younger. I ain't got time to be with a rebuilding team. I'd rather go with a team that got a chance to win a championship. That's common sense to me. So that was saying we all hyped out PG-13. You never know, man. LeBron might speak music to his ear, man. That dude might hit out to Cleveland. You never know. Or he might go to Houston if they got money. I don't know, but they might go to Houston. You know, 'cause they need a small forward. Don't get me wrong. Reed's are nice, but PG-13 can play the small forward spot, and he can play the shooting guard spot. So, you know, all power forward. It depends on what they want to do, because they can let Anderson go. I don't know what his contract looking like. But like I said today, man, the Lakers were tired. They were tired from that game they played against Houston. I expect that. That's why I wasn't thinking they were going to win. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm sick as crap. I didn't think they were going to win. I didn't think they were going to win, but I didn't think they were going to get blown out. I thought that Luke would try to make some changes in the rotation. He put some fresh legs in there. I mean, he did. You know, like I said, they get blown out, but he brought in, you know, those stars, and them guys didn't look too good, man. I would have rotate players out there just looked like they were tired and bring other fresh legs. I wouldn't rotate the whole team out. But like I said, Lou Wall run a team like an NBA 2K team, and he just showed that he lacks experience as a coach. Simple as put, man, because he don't know what to do, man. He don't know what to do. He don't know how to call plays in order to get that last shot off or something like that when it's come down to the wire that we need a shot. And if you notice, a lot of games we lost, we were only down by 2. We didn't need a 3, but they go for the gusto. They want to win it instead of going to the basket and just getting a layup or something or drawing a foul. But, you know, refs these days, they don't call foul for the Lakers if they try to go to the basket. You got to make them shots. You know, that's how it is. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. But anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section on what you think. I'm not sitting in the front till we win another game. Y'all have a blessed one. Take care, and I'm out. In your mama's basement, baby.